Hello everyone and welcome back to Talisman Digital Edition. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Gambler, one of the newish characters. It was released a few months ago, I believe. The Gambler may tempt fate with the character that he lands on. He and the other character must roll one die and add their craft. If his score is equal to or higher than the other character's score, he gains one fate. Otherwise, he must choose to lose one fate or one life. After the Gambler makes a die roll, he may discard fate to reduce the odds, adding or subtracting one for each fate discarded. He may sell any trophies for 1 gold each, and he is always neutral, ignoring any alignment changes. He starts in the city. He is a balanced character with 3/3 strength and craft. He has 4 lives and 6 fate. This fate pool becomes rather important. His fate generation mechanism, his first special ability, is not dependable. You have to land on a character and beat them in a craft check to get this fate, meaning you can't really spend any fate to reduce the odds on that, or you either gain nothing or lose fate to try and gain fate. He can't be turned evil, so he has a bit of a problem in the fate generation arena. He is neutral, so he can go to the graveyard, I believe, and pay for fate, where this trophy mechanism might become quite useful. Now for this game we will be using random opponents and only the Talisman Bloodbath house rule to hopefully speed the game along. No expansions for basically the same reason. So let's jump right in, overwriting our previous saved game. We are against a genie, another gambler, and a warrior. I have noticed that the game is not very good about randomizing the starting characters anymore, and I don't think it's supposed to allow duplicates, like 2 gamblers, for instance. Anyway, we will accept that as a thing that happened and move on. The genie is a balanced character like we are. The gambler, obviously, is just as balanced as we are, and the warrior is down 1 on craft. So we're in rather a good position for that fate generation mechanism. If there were, for instance, a wizard, we might be in a bit more trouble. So I think with this first card market, I would like a a sword. Yes, we are proactive, not defensive. And the market will live there for the rest of the game. The genie does start in the middle region. He doesn't take damage from these desert tiles, and he got the orb. I want that. I really very much want that object. So we'll see if we can go get it from him. We have a decent chance since we can spend our fate to beat him up. And this is going to be slightly confusing since this gambler is using fate strangely. Okay. And the warrior pulls out a maze. An enchanter, okay. No one is good. We are all neutral characters. The gambler and I cannot be turned, and I don't think the genie can either. Ah, he can. Okay. Sorry, a bit of time away from the game. So, where shall we go today? I feel like sticking around the Enchantress might be a good idea, but I also want to get over to the tavern to see if I can get into the genie's area and beat him up. Either way, on this side we get an adventure card, so we'll go north, getting a bag of gold, which is slightly less useful to us, unless we can go back to that market and pick up a defensive item like a sword or a shield or a helmet. Sorry. And the genie got something. An 8. Somebody tell me what an 8 was. I can go look it up later. And the other gambler goes after this wolf. He will most certainly beat it since he got a maximum roll. The poor wolf got a max roll as well, but sadly is slain. And the warrior lost his turn for the maze. And good, let's go get toaded. Enchantress. Do nice things. A 5, a strength, I will certainly take it. I could spend a fate to go gain a craft, reducing my die by 1, but I'm not going to. Because I intend to use this fate somewhat sparingly. Which means, since that's my intention, I will probably blow through it extremely quickly. Okay, the genie must deliver 2 gold for a talisman. Which he probably can, and since we have Talisman Bloodbath, that might be a bit of a problem for us. A 7 for the gambler, and a 4 for the gambler's doppelganger, which looks nothing like the gambler. He gained a strength, so we are even. And warrior versus wild boar. I don't know, guys. How is that one going to turn out? Sorry, boar. So, on we go. A 6. Very nice. Let's go gamble. We are, after all, a gambler. We win a gold. It's not worth it to me to spend fate to go up to 6. We'll just hang around this area and try to get that 6 here. Unless we happen to pick up an axe, in which case we will certainly use that. And there comes the talisman. He now has 2 objects that I want. I have turned the AI speed up and the camera speed on this game. The AI speed up to full. Hopefully that will make things run faster. This is odd. Why did you do that? Well, it looks like I'm going to have to spend some fate. Honestly, a straight up reroll is probably better. He did roll quite high. I only need 3 points to beat him. Can I still reduce the odds after I reroll? Let's find out. Okay, we beat him without reducing the odds. Yes, I know that. I thought all the tutorial were gone. Okay, anyway, let's beat him up a little bit. He only has 4 health. Well, 3 now. And through the Talisman Bloodbath, if he dies, he is gone for good. A Craft 10 demon coming out. And my phone just made a noise. Okay. It is our turn again. Obviously, the warrior is not going to do well against the demon. Pretty sure that's an auto kill. And let's move down here. We couldn't even beat up the demon if... Well, I suppose if we got a max roll. I don't want to spend the fate to do it anyway. So, let's instead fight this ogre. One of the nice things about the gambler is that you can choose whether to... Ouch. You can choose whether to modify the odds after the roll. Oh... That's not very good. That's unfortunate. I did have the opportunity to increase my roll, theoretically after I re-rolled, based on prior experience, but I may have been misreading that. I'm not sure whether it should have given me the chance there or not. I don't really want to spend more fate on it. And the genie gets a shadow. Ah, fine. Take it. A holy lance for the gambler. That's not very good for me. I would like to take that. And the warrior healing up using his gold. I don't know if that was particularly wise, but that's fine. Let us go gamble some more. We are, after all, a gambler. I think a 3 is lose 1 gold. Oh, is that worth fate? I have 2, and I haven't anything really to spend it on. So, no, I will accept. This is pretty much the way that gambling goes for me IRL. Quite a bit of losing. And a shadow for the genie. Very well. The genie may end up being somewhat powerful this game. A ghost goes to the castle. Warrior, please. A 3. A bag of gold. Well, he can spend that for more healing. If he takes any more damage, I suppose. And let's go get toaded. You know how much we like gambling? Instead, we gain a craft. Exactly the result I was hoping for. A hag. Ha. Take that, you genie. Except that, obviously, he orbed it away. A bit preemptive on the celebration there. Preserving his loss of health. Okay. Gambler Mark 2. Go after the demon. Ow. He gets a guide. Ah, fine. Vampire bait, I suppose. Market. He could buy a sword. Or a water bottle. Okay. May not have been the wisest choice. But who am I to argue? Let's go after this gambler. I would like to tempt fate. Since we are 1 up on him in terms of craft. And that's really a poor roll. He is certainly going to get better than that. Well, looks like we lost 2. Because I really can't spare the health. Quite unfortunate. That was probably a drastic mistake. It's times like these that I really wish that I could be turned evil. We have no trophies to spend for gold. To go get gold. Or to go get fate at the graveyard. And the warrior is getting all this gold. Not very good for us, but... Okay, this is going to be crazy-ish, since it didn't work before, but let's try again. Okay, much better. Okay, we got one of them back. Of course, every time we do that, we delay our power, since all it gives us is fate, and we're going to run through that fate pretty quickly, apparently. Meanwhile, nobody else is really doing very much in that regard. The whole power increasing bit. Huh, he just paid for one of those. You fool. Well, we can't really be turned evil, but we could gain a craft, so let's go there. Nothing bad can happen. And in fact, we do gain a craft. Very, very nice. We're up to 5. And I would like this orb, and this talisman, and that lance, and one of his water bottles. I want all of the things. And that armor. But it's probably not going to happen. Ah, the gambler is coming after us. And we beat him on a straight up roll. Unfortunate for him, good for us. Because we can now take the Holy Lance. If we ever run into dragons, that will be quite useful. Since it'll put us on an even footing. A potion of strength for the warrior. Decent pickup for him. And an enchanter and a maze. Well, we're not affected by the maze, and we do have a craft of 4 or more. So let's go there. And gain a craft. We are well on our way to becoming a rich and powerful entity on this board. 4-ish more points of craft, and I feel like a run would be quite in order. One problem with that is that the Sentinel is a bit of a blockade for my low strength. And the warrior is going to use his potion of strength for a forest brigand. Not particularly wise? Well, I suppose. It did help him out. Okay. Good on ya. Meanwhile, we'll use him as a fate generation mechanism. Again. No way that he can win that. And slowly, we are getting our fate back up. That ability will be quite useful in our run to the crown. An instructor. Ah, very nice. Although the loss of turns is generally not something I'm in favor of. A 4 become good, he can't. I find joy in your pain. Okay, warrior versus wraith. Good luck. Oh, so close. I kind of take joy in his pain as well. He's still at a fairly decent health. So, we could go here and draw a card. The maze is irrelevant. We could go here and try and get a craft, or we could try and beat up this gambler, but he doesn't really have anything that I want, other than some of his life. So, let us draw a card. I feel like going here may have been a better option, because of the fate usage. I could almost guarantee more craft. But a helmet is all well and good. I could use some defense. If the warrior ever engages me in combat, I could be at a disadvantage. Although we appear to be even right now, so that's good. The genie is quickly coming up on his limit, and indeed he is there. For items, he'll have to pick up a mule. This gambler AI has not used his abilities hardly at all. Well, at all that I can remember. But he's kind of gone by quickly. Let's see if a 5, that's... Well, okay, a teleport's fine. I would have preferred to be ferried across to the temple. A 12, that's 2 lives. Very nice for the genie. Using his guide, I suppose. A 5, he's certainly not going after the Wraith. What is he to buy? A mule. Probably a good choice. And where would we like to go? Honestly, this is not a bad choice. The Enchantress is another decent choice. Does the Warrior have anything that I want? Not really. I could use one of his water bottles. But I can't engage him in psychic combat, which is a bit of a problem for me since we're even. I don't feel like that would be especially wise. Perhaps this Wraith, we have a bit of an edge on him. Or the Spectre. We do not have any trophies thus far. We'll go gamble. That took way too long to decide. And I was pretty sure it was going to be the choice. Okay. I would have liked to become evil. But that's just fine. There is a talisman lying on the ground over here. Did the genie didn't lose his. I thought that our house rule had only one talisman card in the talisman deck. Perhaps some bugginess or something, as there are 2 talismans in play. Thank you, other gambler. I appreciate that. Making me miss a turn, giving the genie effectively 2 turns. Incredibly rude, other gambler. I don't approve. Okay, the Warrior. I don't feel like he's going to be particularly relevant to the rest of the game. The genie, maybe. He's doing pretty well for himself. A standoff. Huh. And we could go to the graveyard. But we could also gain a craft. Let's try that. I really do like gambling. However, that's not very good. That, however, is very good. Well worth 1 fate. Only a few more, 3-ish points of craft, and then we will be able to go pick up this talisman and make a run. An imp teleporting the other gambler to the crags, where his guide will certainly keep him safe, and he will gain no strength. The Warrior, meanwhile, is to get toaded. Oh, or gain a spell. Which he cannot do, because he has no craft. The Wraith or a card? We have 7. I believe he's a 5. This puts me next to the tavern. Yeah, we'll go for it. Very, very nice. No way this Wraith can win. An 8 to 13. Okay, we only need a few more points of trophy to turn that into yet another craft, which would be very, very good for us. The genie's spending his fate to become a toad or gain a spell. Ah, well. It must not be a random, or else he would have used it immediately. Bit of metagaming there. Ah, a Solomon's Crown. I would like that. It is shiny. Oh, an immobility. Thank you, Genie, for not using that on me, but for using it on the weakest character in the game. I approve. So let's go beat up this Spectre and go turn in for craft. Well, that's unfortunate. I am certainly willing to re-roll that, so that we can trade trophies. It is 1 point over, but that's just fine. The Genie is nowhere near ready to make a run. The Gambler is getting there, but still not really ready. He needs another 5-ish points. We are well on our way to winning this game, and the Gambler's mechanics have been very instrumental in that. Oh, we are being attacked, and we can choose what weapon to use. We'll use the Holy Lance. They're equal. See how we do. And we beat him. We beat him even more. Good job, Mr. Gambler. Okay. That was foolish. We now have a Solomon's Crown. That was incredibly foolish. So, let's make our way around. Over to the door here. If indeed we can, I would like to pick up this demon. Since I have the opportunity and we are equivalently crafted. Roll low. That's not very low. Okay. We have 2 fate left. We could only equal it up. I have a choice to reroll, reduce the odds, or take the health hit. We can't beat him anyway. It is not worth beating Fate to keep 1 health, in my estimation, so we will just take the hit. It was a gamble, it's fine. I am disappointed that he rolled maximum, but what can you do? The Genie, a mule, I believe that's his first, yeah, and he needed it. He was at his item max. An Hermit. At the Cursed Glade. Theoretically, he can't give out talismans because there are already more than 1 in play. Okay, nobody had spells. And let's go try for more craft. Safe is fine. I accept. Genie, don't gain more power. Life is fine, I suppose. It will just take longer to kill him from the Crown of Command. A dragon versus a gambler. The gambler is going to lose. And I'm not sad even a little bit. He could have used some of his fate, I suppose. Maybe it was too one-sided. A magic belt. Very good for the warrior. He's finally getting something. Not that it's going to matter. And try for a teleport. That's not a teleport. In fact, that's fighting a farmer with strength 3. I'll do it. But I won't be happy about it. And he beat me. That's unfortunate. I really can't afford the health, so I will re-roll it. It would have taken too many points to even the odds. Or reduce the odds, I suppose. A 7. Gain a craft. Bad, Genie. Bad. I will probably have to gain some more strength. The gambler is coming after me again. It wasn't wise the first time. And it is not wise again? Oh, you tricky person. Well, I don't want to lose any of the things that I have. And it looks like I'm going to anyway. So, he takes the Solomon's Crown, obviously. A good choice. I really need some health. Well, maybe the warrior will take the Solomon's Crown. And then we can take it from the warrior. Indeed, that does appear to be the case. Good job, warrior. I approve. A 3, that is so tempting. That is a dragon. Strength 7. We are at a 4, but we do have the lance, which gives us another 3, so we're even against the dragon. We are not even against the demon, because we have been reduced by 2 for the Solomon's Crown. So, since those are our only 2 options, and we have no fate, let's try the dragon. This is going to potentially end near my demise. But no! We instead can gain some strength. Very nice. And we achieved Saint George for using the Holy Lance. Really? That's the first time? Okay. Well, let's trade in the trophy for some strength. Very nice. We are pretty strong overall. This gambler shouldn't be able to hurt us anymore. The Hobgoblin is no problem for the Genie. Rolling low. Extremely low. And an axe. And more craft. That's right, because the Genie can... Yeah, combine all types of enemy trophies. Alright. I don't like it, but I accept it. That's his second guide, I believe. He is a very well-guided gambler. Again, vampire bait. The warrior is safe in the forest. And we can't go after the warrior, but we can go after the gambler. Unfortunately, he doesn't have very much that I want, since he doesn't have the Solomon's Crown anymore. So let's get a card, a Wraith. Should be no problem. Should being the operative term. Wow! Okay, apparently that Wraith was super effective against gamblers. Things are looking a bit grim. We may need to go down to the chapel for 1 health. Because that's all the gold we have. And we have no trophies. Not looking incredibly good. Although, I think that it's mostly random chance that screwed me over. I have made a few bad decisions. Oh, the warrior picking up a unicorn. He's actually reasonably strong. That's worrisome. And a 1. What have we here? A Lemure Craft 1. Well, that is a gold, which is a health if I can hit the chapel. Let's do it. Auto kill it. Continue and sell his trophy. We now have 2 gold. And assuming this gambler doesn't come beat our face again, we should be okay, assuming that we can get down to the chapel. A rune sword. He's not good, but I believe that gives him life. Yes, gain a life for causing life damage. Well, he certainly needs it. I would very much like to have that, but I don't know if I can actually kill him right now. Especially with no fate. This character without fate is quite weak. Mercenary. Well, if I attack the gambler and lose, it's game over, man, game over. If I attack the gambler and win, I get a rune sword. If I go here, I get an adventure card. If I go here, I get nothing because I'm not going to spend the gold. An adventure card could kill me. The gambler could kill me. That won't kill me. Okay. I will not take that mercenary, because I need to make my way down to the chapel. He has gained all of his fate back, and the witch is very good for that. The gambler, hopefully going to lose to this giant. Unfortunately, no. It is merely a standoff. And the warrior? An angel. Well, that is never going to do anything. Everyone is neutral. So, I feel like this wraith would be a decent choice. He's only a 5 and I'm an 8. But, again, that could kill me. This might kill me as well. But it will not. We will be safe. Very tenuous health here. Everything that I want is in the middle region. To get to the middle region, I need to go to the tavern. To go to the tavern, I need health. And that's our current goal. So, the warrior. Going to draw a card across. Okay, doesn't really affect the game too much. Give me a 2. Well, that's almost a 2. Don't kill me. Bag of gold, excellent. Blizzard. Well, good thing he orbed that. More vampire bait. Fortunately, the gambler can't really kill us at the moment. There is a doctor here, I believe. Yes, heal up to 2 lives at the cost of 1 each. So if we can't... Actually, this is only 1 each, isn't it? Yeah, so maybe the doctor is a better choice. We'll see what we can do. A market day. Nothing really terribly useful. Nothing that gives us health, which is really what we need. There is an axe in there, but I do want... Oh, there's not an axe in there. There's a raft. But it's all of our gold, and that is no bueno. So, the market day came out and had very little effect. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, let's go die. Again, we are safe. Very good. A bear. He's pretty well equipped to deal with it. Especially if it rolls ones. Clumsy bear. I really do feel like the AI is not making proper use of the gambler's mechanics. But then again, when does the AI ever really make good use of character mechanics? Really, any corner except the tavern will get us some type of healing. And we're always one off. That is really quite unfortunate. This won't affect us, since our strength is not less than 5. And it'll ensure that the other gambler cannot actually hurt us. It is quite unfortunate that we have lost all of our fate, reducing our main mechanic quite significantly. The genie getting a whole passel of spells. And hopefully this dragon slash wild boar will annihilate him. He has 10 health. It's not really too much to be worried about. But his armor's going to save him anyway. Well, good job. He's almost as strong as we are. The other gambler is pretty negligible, and the warrior is creeping up, but not enough, I think. My main competition is the genie at this point, because of his position. If the genie were out here and maybe some other character, the warrior would certainly be our main competition. But we're all pretty much at the same level. So... well, that's bad. That's not bad, but we're not going to get anything. Bit unfortunate that. Hopefully our next will be a 5. Looks like he has an acquisition. So he's going to steal the warrior's magic belt. Probably a good idea, since that reduces the warrior's main effectiveness and increases his off stat. An alchemist. Well, time to turn everything you have into gold. The other gambler is going to attempt to beat us up. Perhaps? Oh, he's trying to gain fate. Okay. I really, really don't care about that. We couldn't really do a whole lot. I mean, it couldn't kill us or anything. So, onwards we go. Very nice. Let us go to the doctor, where we will heal all that we can. Did I read that wrong? Heal up to 2 lives at the cost of 1 gold. Ah, right. Okay, it is 1 gold each, with a maximum of 2. That's fine, we are not close to death anymore. At least not in its immediate vicinity. Our maximum health is 4, so we're only really down by 1 point. The genie gaining a strength. Oh, that's not very good for us. He also has a talisman. He does have followers. He is very close to... I have lost a life. Okay, well, good thing I paid the doctor. Thanks for that. Well, hopefully he'll lose another life here. And be very close to... Oh. That is probably the better option. To take the rune sword. But let's go try for the tavern again. An ogre. We have a decent chance against it, but not spectacular. If he gets a 6, we're hosed. Okay. Yeah, take that, you filthy ogre person thing. That was a little bit scary. But only a little bit. I wasn't really worried or anything. Yeah. Okay, a mage. Good characters. None of those here. This game is dragging on a bit. Although, it has been somewhat exciting. Huh. Ghost at the city. We could easily annihilate it. Well, pretty easily anyway. And the warrior is within our grasp. However, we are not going to reach him. That's not a very good roll. We could pay for the mercenary, but then we could never use him. This guy is at our strength, which we have 1 up because of our weapon, and we do have a helmet. I don't really want to mess with that, and I don't want to give up my turn. This is probably a bad choice, but that's what being a gambler is all about, right? Right? Right. Okay. I accept. My bad choice has not come back to bite me. So, even though this is well over 7 points, I'm going to do it anyway, just because I need the strength. It would have been wiser, probably, to pick up another couple points around here. But there isn't really a good way to do that. He orbs the dragon in favor of 2 gold. Yes, 2 gold is far better than a dragon. Even though he might be able to kill it. An evil darkness. Good, giving the genie more turns, I believe. Since he needs them. He's way behind. He doesn't really have too much in the way of strength or craft or... Oh, it didn't give him an extra turn. Okay. Ah, the evil darkness affects everyone, perhaps. Warrior versus Wraith. Round 1. Wow, go Wraith. Okay. The warrior is getting quite low. If we could kill him, we could get all of his stuff. All of his stuff would be very nice to have. Mostly the Solomon's Crown. I think. A fairy. Okay. Well, there aren't any good characters here, so... She will be waiting for a really very long time. The genie going to go kill that ape very easily. His modifier is the thing's strength. Okay, close one there. And he picks up the talisman. Alchemizes a sword. I have noticed that the AI is somewhat better about alchemizing things intelligentlier. At least not reducing their entire inventory to gold. And another talisman. What is with all these talismans? Are the house rules broken? I could swear that it said only one talisman in the deck. Well, let's go kill this wraith. Hopefully. Okay, good. Good, good, good. We kill it, even on a maximum roll. And on we go. I'm not going to sell his trophy. I do want the craft. That's the only way we're going to win this thing. And it's been going for quite a long time. Unfortunately, I didn't note the time. Probably around 45 minutes. Alchemizing a talisman. Well, I guess he has more than one. Probably a decent idea. He has quite a lot of gold, but he can't really spend it on anything, so I'm not worried. A shrine, at which the gambler is ignored. No chance of him being affected by that. A 4. We could go to the shrine. The gambler has nothing that I want, although we could probably kill him. Well, at least reduce him to 1 health. On the other hand, we could gamble at the tavern. Seems like a much better idea, and I approve of that result because it will allow us to go after the warrior, since we wouldn't die if we lost to the warrior. I feel like that is a decent choice because we have a lot to gain from actually killing the warrior. Ah, Fountain of Wisdom. Instant change. I'm going for that. Guaranteed craft. Now, if only... Encounter the space, obviously. If only one of those popped up for health. That would be very, very nice. The genie is quickly approaching our level of craft, and we're even on strength, which I'm not entirely happy about. But if we can stay around here and get some of this craft, we could go make a run for it ourselves, assuming we ever get through here. Well, there's no point in going to the ferry because we're not good and we can't be. So, let's randomly get 2 bags of gold. That sounds like a much better proposition. The genie just kind of increasing in power on his own, becoming a toad. Aw. Gaining craft, that's bad. That is quite bad. He's paying for the mercenary, even though he can't use said mercenary. I suppose it's vampire bait. I don't have any followers, which is somewhat disconcerting. And the warrior did take some of my craft. We get some gold. Nothing spectacular. I would take another teleport. I would also take a temple movement. And the genie got turned evil. I wish I could be turned evil. Nobody ever pays me in gum. Oh. A shield, fine. Nobody cares. Gambler. At this point, unless the warrior really gets off of his hiney and does stuff, the genie is going to be our opposition. And we've lost a turn. Fine. Mostly because he's already in a position to make a run if he gets enough stat. A 6. A bit unfortunate, but we could go heal. I think that's a decent idea. Cue something hitting me for another damage. We do still have some gold left over. If I can hit the graveyard, that would be really, really good. The gambler going to gamble and gain a fate. If I could make it in here and get the witch's fate, that would just make my day. But it doesn't look like it is to be. This guy is a 4. We are a 7 with our weapon. That's a decent chance. I'll take it. We don't have any fate, so it is somewhat risky. But we'll use the Holy Lance for everything. Oh, wow. Well, he hasn't bested us, but we did essentially do nothing. Suppose we didn't lose anything. So that's good. A maiden! Oh, balls. Well, he's pretty much ready. He might actually make a run really quick here. The gambler dropping the amulet for reasons unknown. Maybe he just doesn't want the protection. Now, when we play on the board, we usually say that you can either activate or deactivate the amulet. I don't know whether that's standard or not. A poltergeist. Well, fortunately the river's right here, but a bit unfortunate that. We had a really strong early game. I felt like that was going really quite well, and then we hit mid-game and really faltered. I think that was because of the fate issue. Using up all of our fate and not being able to replenish it. Having another gambler worked against us in terms of the craft rolls, but the warrior was a pretty good source of craft. Fountain of Wisdom again? Oh no, that was him picking it up. Right. And it's gone. And it's gone. Okay. A little South Park reference there. We are ignored by the mystic. Such is life. The genie going back to the magic stream, getting even more strength. Don't really like that. He's had all game in here by himself to just play around. So it's really no surprise that he has powered up quite effectively. We've been trying to get over there for quite some time and not having much success at all. But a wand may be just what the doctor ordered. I don't know why a doctor would order a wand, but there we have it. We can destruct things, and there may actually be a good target for that. What would that be? The pool there, I think, only has one token on it. There's really no way to tell, is there? Anyway, we'll end our turn. Maybe there isn't a very good target. The fairy is useless. There's no good characters. Cards like the Market Day and the Hermit and the Sorcerer are basically useless. The Instructor as well. On the other hand, I need to destruct something so that I get another spell. Maybe I could destruct the maze. That might end up being good. We'll do that. Destruction! The maze is wiped from the face of the world. I was going to say Earth, but I don't think that's actually correct. Destroy magic. Okay, can't really use that. Okay, let's get another card. The deck is already running quite low. Some gold. Not too bad. There goes the magic stream again. Looks like it has probably one more point on it. Everybody can kill lemurs at this point. Lemur? Lemur? Not sure how to pronounce that, actually. Again, the gambler is really not relevant to this whole game. Other than slowing me down initially by taking my stuff, which was an unfortunate turn of events. Which reminds me, the warrior does have one of my objects. I would really like to get an acquisition with this wand and get that back. Temporal warp is good too. We'll use that when we can. Meanwhile, I would like to hit the tavern or the graveyard, so we'll stick around this area. A prince, fine. Vampire bait. The AI speed does seem to have sped up the game, I think, fairly consistently. I do kind of wish that they would move a little bit faster. And it's already at max, so there's not really much I can do about it. But that's fine. Obviously the warrior taking him out. We do have a spell to cast, and I will cast that. Just because more turns are always good. The genie is at 10. He may be making a run for it any day now. Take one follower from any character. That is quite good. I think the genie has a very powerful maiden. There it is. I will certainly take that at the next opportunity. A phantom. The first evil character to visit it will get one of anything they want. Unfortunately, we are not evil, and we can't be evil as much as I would like that. So, next turn, we will mesmerize the genie. Does anybody else have a better follower? Unicorn is one each, which would be pretty handy, but the maiden it is. I want double craft. Mine. That will also reduce the genie's ability to go on a run. Healing, very nice. Although it may take me a little while to use it, which may be okay. Let's go gamble some more. I didn't care for that area. We have 3 gold, but I would rather spend it on fate. And we cannot become evil, so fine. And our last extra turn. I am so tempted to try for that demon. Unfortunately, I don't think I can. On the other hand, I have a healing spell. If I win, I get craft. If I lose, I get to cycle my spell. Alright, let's do it. 15 and a 16. Okay, looks like I get the spell. Fortunate. I will, in fact, heal that damage immediately, so that I get another spell. It looks like everyone is pretty much healed up. Random. I could random the genie. I'm not worried about the warrior at this point in the game. Might as well do it now. Hopefully this doesn't give him good things. Hopefully he loses all his craft. That, or Toad. Toad or craft lose would be spectacular. Unfortunately, he gains a strength instead. He is now very well equipped to do the strength route. He has enough health to get through Dice with Death. He has a Talisman. He has trophies to get 11. He chose craft. Okay. That was not particularly wise, I think. Psionic Blast. Wow, he really wants that. It's only a 5. I guess he was a 4, so fine. Even with it, they stood off. He's really not equipped for this stage of the game. We can immobility cast at the start of a character's turn before they move, so we'll save that for the genie. We could attack the warrior, but I don't particularly like my odds. He does have a weapon, but I want that Solomon's Crown. I really want that Solomon's Crown. Unfortunately, I don't really think it's worth it. He could take my things. And I like my things. I really like my things. I don't want them to be taken. An 11. He can't win. Very good for us. More trophy. Not enough to turn in, since our other is a craft. Also, really, no point in selling the trophies. We're at the point in the game where gold is less useful. Not completely useless because of healing and fate, but less useful. Everybody has their swords and armor and stuff. Oh, good. Nullify. Unfortunately, everybody just had their spells taken, so I can't really use it. Unless somebody goes and gets more spells. Okay, Warrior versus Gambler. Warrior is quite obviously going to win and do some damage to the Gambler. Passing right through his shield. I approve. Oh, that was so close. I really want that graveyard. The graveyard or the tavern. Again, I'm tempted by this. But I don't have healing. I could pay for healing. A Spectre. We can easily auto-kill that. Maybe get some more craft. 1 point over. No big deal. For our 12 craft, if we can ever hit the tavern, we can win the game, basically. All we have to do is go get a talisman. The genie could beat us up. The warrior could maybe beat us up. There used to be a talisman somewhere in here, but we could go to the guy that's giving out talismans, apparently. Unless the other mechanisms were just bugged out or something. There aren't any talismans in the talisman deck. But there certainly were talismans floating around. So I'm not sure how that works. I'm really not liking these movement rolls. Another poltergeist. Excellent. Good. No, that's fine. I'm tempted to just walk up here to the tavern. Or I can't walk down here to the graveyard because I would cross the river and lose my ability to move by ones. Oh, the gambler got a spell? That's unfortunate. Warrior versus Wraith. The warrior is getting pretty strong. Oh, gambler? Choose a character. Oh, right, for our nullify. My bad. It's a little bit late. And this game has gone on for a very long time. Alchemy! Kind of irrelevant right now. Can I actually alchemize anything? Yeah, the sword. I can alchemize the sword. Might as well get the next spell. And the gold is nice if I ever find myself in need of healing or the opportunity to get fate. A random. Okay. I'm tempted to randomize myself, but I think that would end badly. So I could drag myself all the way across here. What are these guys? A 5 combined. I'm at a 7. I feel like that could go reasonably well, but it's risky after potentially losing health on the prior 2 steps. Now we'll have to just gamble some. A 5, gaining a craft. Very, very nice. I fear no craft-based monster, except for maybe that demon. I could even beat the genie in a craft battle, although I don't think that's a possibility. And he can certainly kick me out on strength. A serpent. Easily killed. That might actually be another point of strength for him, too. I feel like I'm going to random the genie. I am tempted to random myself because there are good things that can happen, but I have no fate. Had I fate, I would random myself. Toad. Maybe? Toad! Excellent! So very, very tasty. Oh, that sets him back so far. And a teleport. Oh, things are lining up now. Okay. Can I teleport after I roll? Instead of rolling the die for movement. Okay, let's teleport. Well, we don't need to do that immediately. And it might be a better idea to see if I can get in here and then teleport. Let's instead go get some fate. Excellent. Exactly what I need. Okay. He's not going to get very far in there as a toad. everything should pretty much kill him. He did drop all of his stuff in a really inconvenient place. Well, the warrior's coming after me. Unfortunately for him, I just got some fate. Which means, of course, that I'm going to immediately spend it. 2 points? I believe it was an 11 versus a 12. Yeah. So, let's do that. And the warrior loses. He has a talisman and he has Solomon's crown. As much as I hate to pass it up, I really want the talisman right now. The talisman is going to win me the game. The Solomon's crown is just going to make me more craft-based stuff, which doesn't help me at a 13. So talisman it is. I really do feel like that's the proper course of action. And let's try and win this thing. You know what? I feel good about this. And I have nothing to do over there. So let's go. 17. Yes. Demon slain. Reduce the odds. Continue. Continue. Immediately trade that in. Not immediately trade that in. 13, that's so close. Okay. Not immediately trading it in. Not the end of the world. It's fine. The toad is not going to win the game. So we're fine. Right? Although I am worried that he was on his way. So, warrior, are you going to come after me again? Nay, he is not. He is, however, going to beat the crap out of that thing. I would have liked that. That would have been excellent. I don't have any more gold, so I can't pay for more things here. So let's just go ahead and kill a goblin. No big deal there. Can't really turn anything in. Oh, that's probably just the other. Yeah. 3 and a 2. Wait a second. Did I misread that? I did. Okay, fine. Craft. That was dumb. Again, it's late. My brain is not working exactly properly. I am curious how long this game has gone on. Probably about an hour, hour 15 at this point. Okay, more warrior things. He is not gonna kill... Oh wait, that's a phantom. Where's some craft I can kill? I don't think it exists. There's a ghost here. I should have teleported there. That does me no good, I'm evil. That giant is a 6. I'm only at a 7. But you know what? We're a gambler. Let's try it. We do have some fate, just in case that happens. Oh, damn. Well, it's a straight up reroll if I want to avoid damage. Or potentially win, but I would need a 6. I can't reduce the odds enough, because I need 3 points. To break even, But we're at max health, so we'll just take the damage. Bah! I'm not sure how we could reduce our odds there. Oh well. Fine, fine. We're not dead yet. Oh, he takes the amulet. Interesting. Well, I would like... I don't need a talisman anymore, actually. So I'm going to teleport. I'm going to teleport here. If I can get a 6 by any means, I should take it. Drawing a spell. A counter spell. We probably won't be able to use that. But if we do, go ahead and do it. Roll the dice. A 4. It's worth it, I think, to get into the inner region. I have not had good luck so far, even though it is all of our fate. There is a fate mechanism here, but it's also a toad mechanism. On the other hand, we shouldn't need too much. So there we go. All we have to do is go win the game. Okay, a 6 gaining a strength. We certainly can't beat him up. No way. Hopefully the temple doesn't screw us up. That is one potential flaw in this plan. One of many. But let's go. We're not gonna... Well, we could encounter the character. Yes. Excellent idea. Tempt fate. Awesome. We get a fate. He can't beat me. It's fine. He is spending a fate. Okay. And I gain a fate. Very, very nice. He can't beat me up because he can't land on the same square. Unless he has a teleport. And he gets even more life. That's annoying. So obviously we're going to go the craft route. Down here on the bottom. We do have some vampire bait. Our health is somewhat low, which is a little bit worrying, but we do have a decent strength. And a defensive item. Hopefully all of that combined will lead to not our death. Warrior versus Ogre. Warrior is pretty solid there. It's probably another turn in for him. I really wish I could cast that counterspell and get something more useful. Instead, let me make sure I haven't lost the talisman. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Auto open that door. End our turn. I don't think there's anything terribly useful in this batch. The ring, perhaps. The orb would have been useful the entire game. But the ring is the only useful thing, and we don't have the strength or the health, really, to go that route. So we won't. Oh, the genie's lost one of his 11 health. Whatever is he going to do now? Okay, shrine. The teleport for the gambler. But it will be useless, as he hasn't really gotten anything. Basically most of the game. He's stagnated really hard. Another talisman that shouldn't exist for the warrior. I believe he has 2. Oh, he got rid of one of them. Oh, that's right. That's the one I have. So, 3 die. 13 versus our 14. Very, very nice. We do have one fate to play around with if we need it. I don't think we're going to. Good characters. Does not apply to the genie. The gambler draws a raft. He might join us. Well, he might join the genie. In the middle region there. Not really too much of a contest there, warrior versus ghost. Doubling his attack score. And getting toted would be fantastic. Or gaining a strength. Okay. I'm not worried about the warrior in the slightest at this point. So let's go. Roll the dice. A 4, lose 2 lives. I don't really need one of my lives. I don't really need the maiden either. I think it's irrelevant what I give up. I could also reduce the odds, but not enough. That would take me to a 3, which still loses 2 lives. So, continue. Oh, it's 2 craft though. That only takes me to a 12. I'm not that worried. Okay, fine. Good. I didn't want that craft anyway. I don't think anything can stop my rise to power. The genie might be able to merely on statistics. He has enough health if he can get through all of this. And his strength is certainly enough. I might win some of them, but I only have 3 health. So hopefully that doesn't happen. It looks like he's not really going to try. 11 was some irrelevant thing. Okay, the warrior, probably a mule. Ah, I guess I'm getting better at calling the AI. Okay, roll the dice. This might be where I reduce the odds. Because they have strength 4, I have strength 7. And there's 4 of them. But what else am I going to use it on? The command spell? It's going to take way too long to kill that guy. Yeah, let's use it here. To -1. And move on. Well, that's quite good. He rolled maximum and still lost. Go again. They cannot win. Good. One more. 10. And he didn't roll maximum, so I win. Good deal. This game could have been much shorter had I the ability to be turned evil, I think. A hag. Okay. Fine. He didn't have anything at that point anyway. I do enjoy his pain in picking up a hag, but I don't think it's particularly useful. The gambler gets all of his fate back, but it won't do him any good. The command spell portion of this is going to take quite some time, I think. What with the genie having 10 health and the warrior having 9. But neither of them are in a very good position to beat me up. So that's quite nice. But the genie picks up the amulet. from the gambler, which is nice. I still kind of hate his face because he's the other gambler. Although now he's kind of an underdog, so it's kind of 50-50. Moving along to the command spell. That was somewhat foolish. I did actually forget that that was there. Okay. So, moving on. This may take another hour with the genie's extreme health. It may have been wise to save that fate just in case. I could have modified one of these command spells, but I didn't really think it was worth it since I'm going to have to do at least 11 of them. But the gambler may go down pretty quick, which would be very nice. I do have the opportunity to destruct a card. Do I want to do so? Yes, I want to destroy that pool of life. Pools of life are really not that good, although I think Talisman Bloodbath disallows people from healing at this point. Let me make sure of that. No, what am I thinking of? No more lives, of course. Invisibility. Fine, I can use that. At any point. Cast the command spell. A 3. Unfortunate that. This is the part that may get sped up considerably, as the genie is going to take forever to die. Okay, another command spell. I'm not even going to bother with that. No spell would really help me. And I'm just going to sell these off so that the prompt goes away, because it's kind of annoying. A 4. Okay, good deal. Well, the gambler is going to die. Hopefully very soon. Or he could just pay for more health. Wow, that's annoying. Okay, more command spell. There really should be a way to automate this. I can't do anything else. But at least we're getting good rolls. So there we go. The genie's down to 9. He's going to be the long pull on this one, so we'll just track him. Hopefully the warrior dies. No! Instead he gets some more strength. He could theoretically come try to kill me. It might actually be in his best interest to do so, since he has a talisman and a lot of health for Dice with Death. A 2. Unfortunate. Moving along. A bandit. Could potentially kill him. But not today. Oh, yes, today. Good deal. The gambler will die faster. Kind of didn't expect that. Shrine could give him some more health, but no. Command spell is go. A 5. Good. One more of those and the gambler is dead. Well, we may as well use it. We might get something that's interesting anyway, like a random. Healing. Okay. That might actually be useful if the warrior ever decides to come try and beat me up. Or the genie if he manages to get a talisman. Fountain of Wisdom. Alright. Just what the warrior needs to come try and kill me. Hopefully it'll be some time before he gets here, because he has 8 health. And I am not statistically likely to hit that many of these rolls. A 6. Couldn't tell what that was. Let's just go ahead and heal ourselves. We're gonna have to do it eventually. And again, we might get a better spell. 1 left in the deck. Teleport. Okay. Speaking of useless things. Gambler versus Shadow. Round 1. Fight. Shadow is winner. Shadow is more winner. Oh, Gambler's dead. That's good. More command spell. A 2. Ugh. I do wish the warrior and the genie would go battle it out for second place. Save me a bunch of time. Become good, huh? That could actually work against me pretty considerably. I'm not liking that. On the other hand, there's a good roll. And nobody has the counter spells to deal with it, since no one else has spells. Why don't we queue it up? If ever we get the chance to teleport. We won't. The Sentinel probably going down without a fight. Well, okay, good job, Sentinel. Keeping the warrior in his place in the outer area. He is coming after me, which is quite unfortunate. I am somewhat regretting some of my life decisions at this point. Hopefully he will dice with death instead of going the craft route. Because that would probably reduce his health, which would be very good for me. Oh wow, the Sentinel is really doing work. I expected him to win. He is one down on the Sentinel, so there is that. More Crown of Command. Hopefully we get some wins. A 1! I think that's 3 in a row. More gold. Just what he needs. Actually, he could go to the castle and heal up. Not that he needs it at this point, because he's over his maximum health value. Ah, there's probably his win. Maybe not. Oh, he has a 2 modifier. Okay. Well, command spell. Hopefully win. Okay, good. Good deal. At this point, we really are just waiting for them to die. I'll probably put up a notation or something to the end of the game. Basically, at the beginning of this section. Because this is incredibly boring to play, so it must be twice as boring to watch. Hey dev people, you know what would make this way better? If you could just run the game and tell me when my position changes. Wow. Go Sentinel. All right. Admittedly, it is somewhat interesting watching the warrior just bash his head against the Sentinel. The genie doing nothing. 3. Okay, they get more chances. He is down to 4 health. Oh, if he gets toaded? If he gets toaded, oh. He gains a strength. Okay, fine. I don't think he has a Talisman, so he can't really come after me. Health up. Okay, he is good. That was probably a wise choice. It does, however, mean that he needs more turns to come after me. He is not quite equal with the genie in terms of health, so he's still not the long pull. Oh, Holy Grail. Okay, whatever. He gains basically nothing useful from that. Apparently the warrior gave up on the Sentinel. I don't know that I agree with that decision. Getting the health was good. He should have gone after this guy and the Sentinel some more. Oh, man. Come on, let me kill these guys. Witch. Replenish fate. Okay. He was already at his max. So, no detriment to him, no benefit to him either. Maybe? No. Again, he loses. He is really a bad warrior. But a very learned one. He has a lot of craft. There's a good one. Okay. Health down for the warrior. He could drag this game out considerably by continuing to heal in his good state at the chapel. Would be unfortunate. Trying again. He's probably not going to win with that. Nope. I didn't pay the Sentinel off or anything. He's just really good at his job. would be an interesting mechanic, being able to pay off the Sentinel once you're inside. I don't know how you would implement it. Arr. But it would be interesting. Didn't the warrior have an axe? Oh, he must have lost it. Or maybe it was the gambler that had one. At this point, it would be worth trying to go for the tavern or buy an axe. Or, you know, something to try and get across the damn river. Because he's certainly not making headway with the Sentinel. Okay, more damage. Of course, the warrior healed up again, so that's bad. The genie is back down to his starting health, which is good. Bandit easily taken down, auto kill. Gives him more strength. Really? Really? Okay. Trying again. He might make it. Ah, there he goes. Okay. He doesn't probably have enough turns. He may. We shall see if I get lucky on some of these command spells. Then he certainly won't. However, he gets one more now. Okay, go Genie, beat up the warrior. Pestilence. Oh, that's so good for me. I like it. A strength 8 he can beat pretty easily. At least theoretically, yeah. Which gives him more strength turn-ins, but it won't help him too much. Okay, here it goes. Come on, don't fail me now. I'm in a pretty good position against him. Not spectacular. He doesn't have very much room. He can't lose health hardly at all. Getting to me, and if he takes too long, I will kill him. Oh, he has opted to skip some turns, which is really nice for me. Okay, no luck on that movement. I was hoping that he would get teleported somewhere. But he has pretty good craft, so I wasn't really expecting it. Good! He's down to 1 health. This is really kinda tenuous. The vampire's not gonna kill him. These aren't gonna kill him. He certainly has enough followers to avoid any damage here. Oh, the gnome helped him out too at the mines. Forgot about that. Come on. Come on. I only have a few chances at this one. There it is. Gone. Boom. Dead. Oh, that one took way too long. I do like the gambler. Overall, his character performed quite admirably. Other than the long sections with no fate, I was really happy with the way that everything went for him. I cast spells. We got fate. We destroyed spirits. Getting a bunch of achievements there. We won the most battles. We got poltergeists. We didn't get a hag. We were the most intelligent. We traded in the most trophies. We were the PvP master. Very nice. I'm not really that fond of these runestones in general, but we'll take resistance for toting. It is a silver. I like silver. We got Big Spender. And we won the game. Excellent. So there you have it. The Gambler in a full game. Again, I like the character. I would recommend buying him. He is really quite fun to play, especially if you can find some way to get Fate. If you can't, he might have some dead spots like we saw here. But the ability to land on squares and mess with people without really too much in the way of detriment and possibly Fate mixes it up a little bit. I did like that mechanic. Overall, Gambler, say 7 out of 10. He's one of the low starting characters, so he doesn't really snowball early unless everything works out for him. But his mechanics are interesting. We actually found a use for this selling trophies for gold in getting our health back. The always neutral part is annoying for not being able to go to the graveyard, but going to the graveyard would really make him overpowered, I think. So there's that. I do like the character. I would recommend playing with him. Coming up, we have the Black Witch and the Apprentice Mage. And to look forward to, we have the Dungeon whenever it gets released. But until then, this has been Talisman Digital Edition with the Gambler. See you next time.